just a bowling ball. I don't know how heavy it is, but it feels like a 12-pounder or 16-pounder. It's a 16-pounder.
What are those made for?
They're made for launching out of cannons. Duh. People start throwing them down these wood aisles to hit pins, but they're made for shooting out of cannons.
Pull more out.
No. The whole point of this whole night is like, this is an incredible group of people. And I think this group of people would pick any of us up anytime we needed it. And you guys have definitely picked our company up and kicked us kind of into outer space, and I really do appreciate it. I appreciate Brandon, my family, you guys, and we wanted to just bring you all here and tell you thank you in person. And I wish I could have flown everybody here, but it means a lot that you guys would take very expensive airplane tickets to Montana, or drive in potentially shitty weather to come all the way up here to just hang out with us and let us tell you thank you. So thank you very much. Have a great night.
This past weekend, we had an amazing get-together here at Montana Knife Company headquarters, which also happens to be my house. I haven't had a chance really to get my thoughts across on Instagram or to put up my own personal post, because there's a lot I've been wanting to say and a lot of people I want to thank. But what happened here was absolutely incredible. And I want to start off by saying we just couldn't invite everybody that we really wanted to. And in fact, I would have loved to have invited the public to it. But as I said, this is my home. It's where I raised my family and my kids. So it didn't seem smart to just put it out on Instagram or on social media for everybody to come. But that doesn't mean that we don't want you guys here. I wish I could have had every single customer or supporter that's ever helped us get to this point. I wish I could have had you guys come and shake your hand and thank you personally. So I hope this will work for that. That being said, we did fly in our top 10 customers. We wanted them to come out, and we wanted to show them what they've helped build here at Montana Knife Company, and I wanted to personally be able to thank them, to meet my family, to meet our employees. So it was really cool having those people here, and thank you again for the support. You know, it was a grand opening celebration of a building. But really, it's actually a lot more. You know, it was kind of the culmination of a project, a completion of a project. But I really actually look at it as the very, very beginning. I think when we look back on this time 10, 15 years from now, we're gonna realize that the opening of this building was when our company really got started. So it was really a celebration of what we think is to come. And the great things that we think we can accomplish with the great people that were here helping support us. So I got to introduce my family to the people at the party. I'm very proud of my children, my wife, and quite frankly, as I said at the party, they're the only reason that this has happened. My wife specifically supporting me, encouraging me to quit my job and to get this going. It's all thanks to her. You know, early on, my kids were actually assembling knives, grinding blades. You know, I've got videos of Hank assembling. I've got videos and pictures of Sadie grinding knives while I was at work as a lineman, on her summer vacation. So it's pretty cool seeing that my family helped get this going and where it came from to today. My kids were actually at the front door welcoming people and registering people at the door, which is really cool. I got to introduce all of our employees to everybody. Without our employees, none of this would be possible. I think I'm the only employee that's over 40 years old. We have a young, amazing group of employees that I'm super proud of, and proud to be associated with them. They're great humans first, and they're doing a great job helping us build this company. I got to thank my business partner, Brandon. You know, I met him through Sornex, through Bert Sorn and Winter Strong. Hired him originally, and then brought him on as a partner, offered him partnership in the company when it really wasn't anything at all. And together, he's done the marketing side, I've taken care of the knife side, and we've built this. It's pretty cool. I got to thank my parents. You know, my mom registered the name Montana Knife Company with the state of Montana when I was 19 years old. And then I didn't launch it till I was 39. So it's cool, the support that they gave me from the time I started making knives at 11 years old, all the way through high school, and all the way through a lot of tough times, even as an adult, to get to this point and have their support's amazing. So we had some really cool people come to the event. There's no way I can name them all here right now, but a special thanks to like Willie's Distillery. They came from Ennis, Montana. They set up a bar, got to bring kind of the spirits and bring the fun to the party. Nosler brought a bunch of bullets, a bunch of ammo for just everybody to shoot like crazy. Seekins Precisions, they brought Maddie and Danny Nelson, and the guys from Seekins brought a bunch of guns for everybody to shoot here. We shot a bowling ball cannon, which was cool. We've just had unbelievable support, and I can't even begin to name the amount of brands that have supported us. A lot of those brands are competitors, but to me, it's all about the people behind the brands. We're a knife company. We try to remain somewhat neutral because we want everybody to carry one of our knives. And honestly, I don't care what camo you wear. I don't care what pack you have or what gun you shoot. To me, it's all about the human side. The weekend started off with a really cool grand opening in the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation building, their visitor center. They now have a retail location in there, and our knives are for sale there. The Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation is cool because I was donating knives to them when I was 14 years old, 15 years old. And now here we are 20 years later, 25 years later, and we're able to help support them. So it's a cool partnership. They're only 15 miles down the road, and I'm proud to be associated with them. We also got to introduce our board of directors. Unfortunately, Dick Boyce wasn't able to be here, but our board of directors, Dick Boyce, Kip Folks, and Dennis Zuck were here, and it was cool for them to get to see kind of what we're building as well. There were some people in the crowd that have supported me since I was a kid, literally. Bruce and Penny Wood, Dennis and Judy Hefty. Some of those guys, they saw me growing up just as a little kid. Bruce and Penny, I think, bought a first knife for me when I was 12 years old. So I think it was kind of cool for them. I think they're in their 80s now, and they were able to kind of see what we've built, which is a neat thing. So, there were a bunch of people that weren't here that, a couple, one in particular, Bert Soren, wasn't able to make it. He had family in town, but he sent Ricky from Sorenex out here to be out, which was really neat. But I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Bert on this video personally, because he was really one that helped us get started. The total archery crowd, the archery world, people from Leopold, Eberly stock guys have been absolutely amazing. There's just so many brands out there that have been a huge supporter of ours. So it was an amazing weekend. We really think we're just beginning. We want to be the greatest hunting knife brand in the country. We want everybody to know who we are. We're American made right here in Montana, in the USA. We want to be a company that you guys can be proud of, proud to support. We want you to pass down our knives to the next generation. I hope our next generation, my kids in particular are maybe involved in this company. I hope this is a generational company, both in the making of them and in the using of them on the back end. So again, thank you. Really appreciate it. And the future's bright.
Fire in the hole! All right, so we had an amazing grand opening party last night in the building. People from all over came, super cool. Today, it's gorgeous weather out. We're out in my horse pasture, and we got the guys from Seekins Precision, Maddie and Danny Nelson. They're out here showing people how to shoot ARs, 6.5 Creedmoors, 308s. Showing them how to use tripods to shoot off of, different shooting positions. They're just absolutely amazing, and they make amazing guns. Thanks to the Nosler people, John, Maddie, Mason, they brought all the ammo that we need to shoot all day long. So Maddie's over here yelling at people to get a gun to come and shoot. So cool group of people, and just an amazing time.
My name's Matty Nelson. I work at Seekins Precision. My brother Danny's around here somewhere. There he is over there. I work at Seekins Precision. I was a Green Beret for 10 years as a weapons guy. I was a sniper for 7 of the 10 years I was there. I'm one of the primary instructors for Hat Creek for Brian Morgan. We do like 70 weeks of training a year. That's all just tier 1, tier 2 unit guys. So it's good enough to get out and still give back to the community some of that skill that I developed there and have continued to push down the road. And I love that about this job. It allows me to play and develop and develop some really cool things that are in use in special operations right now. The SP-10M, this gas gun we're going to shoot, or one of the guns we'll shoot out here today, is in service right now doing good work. But I still get to give back to that community that I came from. You want your shots and your transition from target to target to be the same time, right? Hey guys, I know I'm ugly, but I don't smell bad. Come on over, let's shoot. By the way, Nostra brought all the ammo out, guys, so thank you so much to those guys. Hey! I like it! Shot timer's coming out!
In this deal, so I'm going to cut up this stuff and I'm going to stack these in between every other layer, and we'll tack weld this together in a stack. We'll put it in the forge and I'll explain that next process. So